All right, welcome everyone. This is Gwydion with RPG Frequencies, and today I'm going to be playing Salacia, I believe it's pronounced, The Wizard of Doom by Mike Lambo. This is a solo game book available on RPG or Drive Through RPG, and also on Amazon if you'd like a soft copy. Now, I have another video, and I'll link it here, that goes through a little bit of what Salacia is about, gives you more of a description of the game, and also how I've set it up in an application called PUM Companion, which you see on my screen right now. So I will link that, but I just want to get into the game. And I think what I'll do is, the way this works is you're going to play a 5-quest campaign, assuming you survive each. And I think I'll record each one separately. I might just pause and then restart and see how long each of these sessions are, so that I'm not doing just one marathon session. So I'll at least hopefully get through one quest today, and then I might keep going after that. So let's just dive in and let's read the beginning, the introduction, just so you know a little bit about the game. So the background: Salacia was a peaceful place until the Wizard of Doom arrived. He spread evil across the land, conjuring up all kinds of horrors and forcing the people to pay huge amounts of gold just to stay alive. The Queen has called for a group of heroes to find and kill the Wizard of Doom, and to return the gold to the people and bring peace to the land of Salacia once again. So we're going to have 4 heroes, and they're a warrior, thief, an elf, and a mage. So with that, we are going to determine what quest we start with. So we are going to roll over here, and we're going to roll on the starting campaign and see what we get. So we get a 5. So we're going to be starting with the Quest 1C. All right, so let me find Quest 1C. Here it is. And I'm going to pin this. This is more of a description of everything that's in Quest 1C. So let's pin that. We'll pin the viewer here. I think I'll just pin it over here. So that way, if I need to, I can click on it and we can read through it. So we'll just kind of put it up here for now, a little bit out of the way. All right, now we're going to open the map and we're going to dive in, and let's read the intro. So this quest: the first day into the unknown. The villagers wish the heroes well and point them north, advising them to follow the lake shoreline and avoid the dungeon. Roll a d6, place chests on the matching hexes. So let's do that. We're going to roll just a straight up d6. And I get a 4. So let's open the map, and we're going to place chests on all of the hexes that have a 4. So find the chest icon, and there we go. Oh, I think I'd already placed these in a previous. So let me get rid of one of these, and then let's move them to 4. And this designates like high ground, I believe. So let's move that. And where's another 4 up here, and another 4 over here. All right, so those are chests. Obviously, I can find things. I'll have to interact with it, but I could potentially find them. Once you open them, they disappear immediately. All right, so let's go back. So we've done that. Roll d6, find the matching number of hex. This is for the enemies. So I think what I need to do first to begin is I need to put all of my heroes on the map, either of or anywhere that has a green hex. So in this case, looks like I have to be in here. So let's do that. Let's add our tokens, and I'm going to unframe them so you can see it all. So we've got the warrior, make him a little smaller, and I might have to make the map a little zoomed in. There we go. Warrior. We're going to do the elf. Let's just get them all on here. Then we're going to do the thief, and finally the mage. All right, so let's just kind of move them. Oh, I like how it sizes them. I don't think it really matters marching order, but yeah, maybe do something like this, how I might want to do it. And then I might have to figure out the turn tracker. So maybe I'll make notes or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about how to do that. Yeah, and there's a little turn tracker down here. So, but just to remember who's gone, I might have to do something. So, all right, got my heroes on the map. So now what we're going to do is we're going to roll and place enemies on it. Roll d6. Find the matching number of hex with no heroes on it, nearest to a hero further up. I'm actually not sure what that means. Roll a d6. Find the matching numbered hex with no heroes on it, nearest to a hero. Roll 2d6. Oh, and place that enemy on that hex. Got it. Okay. So let's roll our d6 first. And this is where they're going to spawn. So 4s, and I think it's okay that they're on chest. So we're going to roll a 4. So I have that up here in my dice roller. So I know that. And then let's go ahead and roll for our, let's move this out of the way a little bit. Class random table, enemy chart. That's what I'm looking for. I'm on 1C. So let's roll for our enemy. All right, Orc Warrior. So I'm going to find the Orc Warrior. And let's frame them again. So I can sort. Let me sort, make it easier. Orc Warrior. There we go. Orc Warrior, make him a little bit bigger, more imposing. And that was on a 4, and it's going to be closest to me. So I believe it would be here. Let's just put him right there. I'm going to make him a little bit bigger so we can see it. And he is on higher ground. So I'm looking at my, well, I'll worry about my train in a second. So I think that's all for the setup. So we found the hex. We put the enemy on it. We don't have any freeze tokens. So now heroes can perform up to 2 actions, but can only move once per turn. So the only one, let's think about this. The warrior can move. But he's probably, well, yeah, and he will be able to attack because he can attack for 1. And the thief can move and attack for, sorry, they can attack 1 hex. I don't know why this keeps, yeah, I'll have to remember that this keeps going away, but it's all good. So what I probably do, and I want to get, I kind of like to get the chest. So I think I'm trying to think of my actions here. And I think what I'll do is move to the right and then like maybe go up through the dungeon and up here to the exit, something like that. So let us move. I'm going to move 1 for the thief. And then I think I'm going to attack him. And let's look at what the terrain says. So attacker on higher ground than the target. So it doesn't look like I have any negative right now, but if he gets to attack me, then he gets to get a -1 to his attack. So I'm going to move and attack. So let's go to my character, and I'm going to roll to attack. So I got a 2. So that is not going to do it because the warrior needs an 8+. So he did not succeed in his attack. Go back here. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, he did not succeed into his attack. Maybe, I guess for now, I'm going to move the thief here. And one thing I want to look at in modifiers again here. So for each non-frozen hero adjacent to the target and not in the attacker's hex. All right. So I was hoping I shouldn't have escaped out of that. I was hoping that I could actually get a bonus for having my thief here. But if they're on the same hex, you don't get a bonus. But I'm going to go ahead and have my thief attack. So let's attack the Orc Warrior. And I think I'm doing this right. I hope so. I think so. And my thief, he is fully healthy. He's going to attack. My rolls are not good. Is that a 4 or an 8? I don't know. It's a 4. All right. So that is not a success. All right. So now the elf, the one thing that's important about the elf, let's see if I can open the elf. I didn't put the notes in here, but I do remember reading the elf would get a +1 to his attack. So it makes it more challenging. So his 8+ will go to a 9+ if he moves and then attacks because he's using a bow. So I'm just going to have him attack from the hex he's in. Let's have him attack. 12. All right. And then let's see if the Orc Warrior has any defense. So I am going to go back to here and let's open the Orc Warrior. See, if non-adjacent node hero, oh, we haven't done this yet, but he has a defense of 5 plus. But that is a single D6. So let's roll the defense. S. So it looks like he rolled a 4. So Orc Warrior killed. So I'm going to go back. And so the thief, I'm going to just write a note. First turn, thief kills Orc Warrior with a thrust of his dagger. Certainly don't have to do this, but I'm going to make this a little bit. Do that. Then I'm going to move this back up so I have the turn process and I can make a note if I'm not. So let's see, do I need to? Okay, good. Then it puts it up there. Perfect. I like it. All right. So he is dead. So we're going to knock him out. So I still have the ability to move the elf. So I'm going to move the elf up here. I think it's also, you got to be careful if you're all in one location. That can be bad, but because I have no monsters on the map, I think for now I'm going to move everybody together. Is there anything else the mage can do? Let's see. Spells. Bubble, but the bubble would just... I wonder how long these things last. Like, should he attack? I might read that real quick. Like, nimble, will that give you an extra attack forever? I keep escaping out of this. I want to read that, and let's do a quick... I'm going to search. Let's search for nimble. And, okay, there's that nimble. Nimble. Under activation. So let's see how long nimble. Yeah, exactly. I can see that that's exactly what I wanted to do, is to use the mage nimble spell to grant the thief an additional attack. But let's see how long. Finally, the nimble spell can be performed at 0 range on the same hex. That's good, but where is the detail of nimble? Here we go. The mage can use the spell on any one of the 3 heroes in order to grant them additional attack. Gains an additional action. There's no point in performing the spell. Hero is already activated during the turn. Yeah, I think it's going to be +1 to attack, but I don't think you can like do it in advance. And he gets this. I think it's literally just it grants them additional action on that turn. That's how I'm going to play it, and I think that's right. There's no nothing I get automatically from killing that creature. Like there's not necessarily an immediate any equipment or treasure I get, but there is a chest there. So let's see. So enemy has activated. So now we go back to the top, but it's important that we don't forget to move the turn because there is a counter here. And once it gets to 11, things start to get dicey. So we do want to move quickly. I guess I forgot to move. I do want to move. The mage didn't really do anything else. And I don't think there's any reason. I think you kind of want the mage to go in advance. So next time I'll have to remember that. All right. So now we'll move the turn tracker ahead. Now we need to see if there's another enemy or what happens. So let's roll on the enemy chart. 7. So what is that? I don't know what that is. Orc Warrior. Is that what I rolled before? That's funny. I rolled an Orc Warrior. Is that? I want to take a look at that chart real quick and make sure I didn't screw that up. 1C enemy chart. Yeah, that's right. So there's 2 opportunities to get an Orc Warrior. So I got another Orc Warrior. All good. Sometimes that happens, right? And I should have put, let's roll our D6 and see where he spawns. And roll. I might screw up some of these things. I apologize in advance. So it's 6. So the question is there any other for the Orc Warrior? Let's get his token. Orc Warrior, there he is. And let's see if it says anything else. Move towards the nearest hero. Okay, so it doesn't really say that there's anything, I think, special when he spawns, I don't think. So let's go back. And I think it's, you're doing it closest to the heroes. Let me read this again. Nearest to a hero, furthest up. So I think, again, gosh, I don't keep doing that. I think we will put him here because it's nearest to the heroes and furthest up. So I think that would be here because there's a 6. There's a 6 here, but that's 2 squares away. There's a 6 here, 2 away. And so, yeah, we're just going to put him there. And then we're going to activate. So I might have to remember on the fences, I don't think that blocks line of sight, but I don't think I could just attack through it other than maybe the mage or the elf. So let's start with the warrior going in and trying to interact with the chest. And that's going to disappear, but let's go ahead and see if the warrior can get something out of this. So we're in, all the chest charts are the same. So let's roll and see what he gets. And there's a unique item for each character. Oh, valid table result. Let's look at that. See if I screwed that up. Chest chart. Let's edit this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did not. Ah, that's why. So it must be this one. But let's just roll again. It looks like I forgot to copy that again. So let's just roll again. We'll just pretend that didn't happen and see what we get this time. 1. All right. So now what this shows is these are the items that'll be found depending on who's searching. So in my case, since it's the warrior, I get a bone sword. So we're going to do a few things. We're going to clean this up. We're going to get that off. We are going to open this and maybe say bone sword. Finds bone sword, just so I don't forget. And then I think the other thing I might do is, I don't know if I'll want to do this, but for now we are going to leave we'll unframe it. And then we're going to find the bone sword and we'll kind of put it, what does it do? That is attack -1. All right, so I think what I might do, just so I don't forget that, is go back here and attack 8+. I'm going to say 7+ with bone sword. So I'll just, that'll be an easy way for me to remember that I now only need a 7. So that's great. So the warrior's done. Let us go to, I want to understand the line of sight for a second. So let's look at that. So I want to see if I can quickly, there's interact, open and checks. Nobody's hurt yet. Performing the attack, line of sight. This is what I want. All right, is needed for every attack or spell. Only runs, yeah, it's a very straight line. I remember reading that. Many attacks, range 1. All right. At range, many attacks or spells, line of sight to an adjacent hat will only be blocked by a dungeon wall. So I don't think the fence will block it. Many attacks or spells, line of sight. So I don't think I could actually like attack with my warrior, but if I have line of sight, and that's what I need. I think that's right. Let's see. Many attacks or spells perform, and so line of sight is not generally a problem. Line of sight to an adjacent X. The line of sight won't be blocked by dungeon walls, so the mage can certainly attack at range 2 or more. Line of sight can be blocked by intervening high ground hex, intervening buildings hex. Heroes don't block. So let's see what this shows. Like the elf here, it's showing that I cannot attack here because there's a building through it. I get that. All right. Performing the attack. Once range and line of sight have been checked, roll 2 6-sided dice. Yeah, so I think I'm not really. I might have to read this later because I don't want to like destroy the game. But like for this fence, I'm now not clear, like, can I really attack through the fence? It doesn't make sense, but I certainly have a line of sight. So I know the mage could attack. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Um, and maybe I move, gosh, I'm gonna have to be careful because things are gonna spawn and stuff's gonna get real. So I think the mage probably needs to try to take this thing out, but I don't think I can move through there. Does it show anything else? Close that out. Wish it wouldn't keep, yeah, I wish it would remember where I was. All right, let's try this again. I want to see, I want to check move for a second. Um, let's see if there's anything more. Move, move, clear. Okay, what about this? These are high, built to keep things out. Heroes and enemies cannot usually pass through them. Attacking through a fence adds a +1 to the hit value required for each fence. Okay. I can't pass through it, but I do have fences running along the edge. Do not run along the edge and do not block line of sight. I think we already saw that, so I can see through it, but it does add a +1 to hit. That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. So I could give my thief 2 attacks. So let's activate the mage next. And I roll a d6 to see what I can cast. So I think I have that. So let's do my cast/defense. Ah, 2. So that's a 2. So let's look back at the spells here. And I think it shows here, here's the spell chart. So a 2, if I rolled a 1, the cast just fails. So all I can do is a zap with a range of 1 to 2. And I can't hold on to these spells for a long time, more than my current term. Or turn. So I wish I could have done a nimble, but I need a 4, 5, or 6 to be able to do the nimble. So we'll do a zap and a range of 1 to 2. And I think for line of sight, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, because I have line of sight. So I'm just going to stay where I'm at and I'm going to do a zap. And in that case, I don't think I need to do anything other than cast. And again, we saw that I need a 9+. Darn it, keeps doing that. So here we go. Let's do a cast. And I need to roll 2d6. I don't think I set that up on the mage. I should have set up an attack, but let's just do 2d6 and roll. Oh yes, 11. So I do the zap, and the zap does, actually it doesn't really say the damage, but it will outright kill him. So it's not like a hero where you can become injured first. It just takes him out. So the orc warrior is defeated. The mage can now move. I think I'll move into the tree line for now because that's a numbered hex. So I don't think monsters will spawn on your hex. So that's probably a good thing to do. And then I'm going to start spreading these things out. So I don't think there's going to be much. I'm going to move my elf and my thief up here. And I need to, let's see, that was turn 2, right? So now I think everyone, the warrior attacked and moved, I think. So let's move this to turn 3. All right, so turn 3, we're going to go back up here and let's find the hex that this is going to, the enemy is going to spawn on. So let's roll. It's going to spawn on a 5, of course, right in front of me. So let's roll the enemy chart. 4. And if I get anything wrong, feel free, biting bush, feel free to tell me. This is my first playthrough at all. So let's get the biting bush. And I don't think these move. So I think I read somewhere it might be good to just leave them alone if you can, but it's going to be right in my way. So a 5. So maybe I move around the biting bush. And maybe that's kind of where I was initially thinking about, is going up into here. So I can't move through this. Let's just read again. So attack every hero, range 1. So let's think about this. So I want to move. Maybe I can try to take it out because I'm going to have to move my warrior. And even if I want to go around, I can only move one unless, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to move the warrior here. I'm just going to kind of drag this with it. And then I am going to attack the biting bush. And he is in, I guess those are just trees. I'm trying to remember if trees give you cover. Targets in trees +1 to hit. So so my warrior normally would have, because I have the bone sword, it'd normally be a 7, but it's going to be an 8 because I'm attacking him through trees. So let's try to attack him, take him out. 9, yes. The biting bush is defeated. Excellent. So let's see if I can go straight over here. Okay, I remembered that. That's good. Can I X out of this and still, yeah, good. All right. So I killed the biting bush, so at least that's not going to hurt me. I already moved the warrior, so now let's move. I think I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to keep moving up. So we'll move the thief here. We'll move the elf here. And let's move the wizard on, or the mage onto the same. And again, I don't think there's any reason to do any kind of spells, but that is going to move me into round 3. All right, so let's roll our d6 to see where our enemy spawns. 5. So I think it would be right here. So let's roll the enemy chart. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's I'm sure I'm doing a few things wrong. Possibly another biting bush. All right. So let's spawn the biting bush. And 5. So I think as long as I move him away, and then this wall will preclude him from attacking me. So that's great. So I suppose I could. It doesn't give me any like benefit to attack him. So I think I'm going to leave him alone. It's not like I get something out. So let us move the thief and the elf up here. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the elf up. I'm going to go ahead and try to do a cast action with the mage. So let's, I guess I don't need to do, I probably didn't need to automate this. So let's get out of the mage for a second. Go back to our map. I'm just going to roll a straight up d6 for my attack, or my action. 5 or 4? 5. All right, so let's see what that would give us. So now I can do anything. I could do 2 zaps. I'm not going to do that, but I could do anything that totals up to a 5. So I could do nimble, which is what I was hoping for. Oh, but that's just an extra attack. I was hoping it was an extra move. Okay. Teleport 1 to 2 hexes. No line of sight. So range 0. So I think I can teleport 2 hexes. No line of sight. I think that means no line of sight restriction. That's great, because actually what I think I'll do then is move the mage up here too. You go here too, but then the biting bush could attack me. So that gives me 2 moves there, which is great. And then I think I'll go ahead and move the warrior here to get out of range. So now at least I'm covering a 1 and a 2. So hopefully I don't get a 3, 4, and 5 when they spawn next. All right, so I think I've done everything I can. I'm going to move to round 4. And let's go ahead and we'll leave the biting bush there. So let's see where this is going to spawn. 2. Awesome. That worked out. At least they're not going to be right on me. So a 2 would be here. And I think it's as the crow flies is what they say. So let's go ahead and roll my enemy chart. See if I can get something different. I feel like I keep rolling the same things. Is that another biting bush or orc? Yeah, orc warrior. That's all right. Orc warrior. So let's get the orc warrior. There we go. And he is going to spawn in 2. We'll make him a little bit bigger just so you can kind of see him. All right. So I might ignore this chest and try to go around the orc warrior. And let's definitely, I'm going to want to open the chest. So since I've already opened a chest with my warrior, I think I'll use the mage or the elf. I'd love to get the spell book. Let's look at the, I'm going to open module again and see if I can find the items that you can find. I want to just see what are the most exciting ones. Okay. So the warrior is all in green. He can find a bone sword, a shield, or rage, which allows me to attack after I kill something. Could be important, I guess, if you have more than one enemy on the map. Thief has a bone dagger, which gives him attack -1. That's good. Shield and hide, +1 when attacked. I like that. The elf, tooth arrows, -1 to attack. Longbow extends your range. And armor. Spellbook. This is what I was hoping. So the mage 2d6 cast. That is huge. The effective is when the mage rolls for cast actions, you can roll 2 dice instead of 1. Oh, and the highest results. So you don't get to add them, but it's basically advantage. Okay, good to know. All right, awesome. So I do think I want the mage. So I'm going to move the mage in here, and then we're going to have the mage interact with the chest. And we are going to roll on the chest chart. Come on. Don't think I got the spell book. I think that's something else. Oh, I did. Oh, is that right? It should be a 1d6. Is that right? What did I roll? I want to make sure I did that right. Look for the chest chart. I think I did. Sorry, I'm kind of. Oh, yes, I rolled a 3 or a 4, right? So, yeah, so that's a shield spell book. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so let's find that token. And you know what? I'm going to do one other thing, too. So we're going to get the spell book, which I think is awesome. And again, I don't necessarily have, but what I will do is go to the mage and say, found spell book. 2d6 on casting, keep highest. All right. So I will do that. And then the other thing I should do, just so I don't forget, is on my adventure campaign sheet. Wait, why isn't that? Where is all of my? Where are all of my records? It's gone. Oh, that's not good. That must be a bug. I had all the automations set up for the campaign record, and it's all gone. Had all. Oh shoot, that's not good. I'm gonna have to tell Jensen. Let's try it one more time. Let's find the. Where is my book? Here's my adventure record. Yeah, it's all gone. Oh, that's really disappointing. I had all of the automation set up and it just completely went away. All right, shoot. Let's do this for now and make it easier. No worries. We're going to build a little check mark here. And then do it. So the warrior found, or the mage found a spell book. Do this. Easy peasy. So the mage found the spell book, and we're going to copy that. And just so I don't forget, the warrior found his sword. So I didn't want to forget that. Gosh, that is really disappointing. I had all the automation for all my widgets, and they just completely disappeared. All right. No worries. We will keep playing. So, all right. So the mage went. I think the mage went first. So what else am I going to do here? I want. The orc warrior could go down here. Like if I occupy this square, he could move 1 and attack. So I think I'm going to move the elf up here. And then I think what I'll do for now is move the thief and the warrior up here in 1. It might spawn behind me, so that this could get a little dicey. But yeah, let's do that. And let's move to round 5. I think I'm making okay progress. And let Then roll and see where they're going to spawn the next monster. 5. Oh, that's not good. So now let's roll the enemy chart. Uh-oh, 12. What is that? What is that? Oh, come on. What did I do? 1C. What you get for being the first playthrough. So 1C, I rolled a 12. We'll keep that result, whatever it is. So enemy chart 1C, edit. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why was that invalid? I rolled a 12, I think. And this should be 2d6. And that should be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll have to look at that. I'm not sure why that would be invalid. What I'm missing. 2d6. So yeah, it would be a 2 through a 12. Well, we're going to go with the event Gluey Ground because I did see that it was a 12. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or what happened. But we're going to go with Gluey Ground. And does it say here? No heroes can move this turn. Teleport can be used as normal. That's no point. So, but at least it doesn't like, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do with my mage is I'll try to move him. And I've got my spell book so he can move ahead. Like if I can get him on the 1, he's almost at the exit. So let's do that. I'm going to activate my mage first. I'm going to roll 2d6, take the highest one here and see if I can roll high. 6 and a 4. Awesome. So let's see what he can do. Teleport is a 4. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that 1. So we'll get out of this. He's going to teleport and move 1, 2. And we'll move the spellbook up with him. And again, it doesn't really help. If I didn't have line of sight here where I'd be blocked, I'd probably try to kill the orc and maybe grab that chest. But for now, I think I'm going to move this up here, and then I'll move the thief up here, the warrior up here, and move the bone sword. And I think that's going to be my turn. So let's see what the orc warrior will do. Open his character again. If not adjacent to a hero with line of sight, he's not, move towards the nearest hero along an accessible path. So he's going to start with the mage, the elf, the thief, and then the wizard. So he'll move, I think he'll move towards the mage, right? So he'll move, oh shoot, I didn't think about that. So he's going to move here towards the mage. And then he's going to be able to attack, I think, or maybe not. Can they move and attack? Move towards the nearest hero, attack 1 hero, range of 1. I think they can move and attack, so he will attack. And he needs to get a 7+ to attack the mage too. So let's see. Oh my god. And let's see, is the mage on anything giving him a benefit? What is his hex? He's in the trees, right? That's trees. Let's look at terrain. Target's in trees, so he gets a +1. So his 7 means that he needed an 8. So he's trying to swing at this mage through the trees, and he misses. Woo. All right. And that's all the activation. That's everything. So now we're going to go to our next round. We are on 6, I believe. So, oh, the elf was on the shrine. But I don't know that there's anything. Let's go back and look at the shrine again. See if it tells me. 1 to 2 transfer, 3 to 6 heal. Transfer would just have me go over here. I don't want to do that. So I wouldn't have done anything there. So maybe have the wizard. Well, but if he casts, can he move? Yeah. So let me try to cast because maybe I can. Let me think about this. Now, I don't think the elf can attack the warrior because I was thinking he could, but again, it has to be in like a straight line. I can't draw a line. Maybe I could draw a line. Oh, it's not. Do delete that. There's probably drawing tools that I don't remember in here, but what I was getting at is like I could attack the exit square, and if I had line of sight, I could attack the 2 down here, and then I can attack, I believe, the one down here, but I can't go across the hexes. So I'd have to move and then attack with the elf, which is might be what I do. So let me, but I'm going to have to reduce my attack by one. I could move. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to move my warrior here. And then I'm going to attack the warrior with a bone sword. And then hope to grab that chest on the way to the exit. I think that's a good. So I think instead of rolling my attack dice, it's probably going to be easier. I should have done this before. But I'm just going to roll 2d6 here. And I normally get, I need a 7, that's right, with the bone sword. And he's not on anything special, right? This is just a normal hex. So I need a 7 as this guy's trying to protect this chest I want to get. 8. Awesome. Now he does get to defend. I don't know if I screwed that up before, but he needs a 5+ to defend. But remember, the defend is only 1d6. So let's have him roll to defend. Ah! So he thrusts up his sword at the last minute, or maybe he has a shield and he blocks mine. So I was not able to do anything there. Now, did I have the mage go? Let me go back. I don't think so. Roll 2d6, 10. Orc warrior 7. 2d6, 8. I don't think I had the mage go yet. So let's have the mage. Let's see what he can get out of his spells. He might want to just bail to the exit, but maybe he can move he can do something for the thief. Let's just see what he can get with 2d6s and take the higher result. I don't see where my other one is. To roll off the table, it might roll again. A 3 and a 6. So he's got a 6. So the mage could heal. He could do lightning all. 8+, no line of sight, no mod. So I could outright kill that thing. Maybe I just do, what else? I could do zap 1 or 2, and then it would leave me 4. Teleport. I could do a zap, but with a zap, I'd need to get a 9 to kill it. But a lightning, I'd need to get fireball. I need a 6, 1 to 2. So maybe I do that. Oh, I need a 6+, and I do have line of sight. Let's do that. I'm gonna do a fireball, and I need to get a 6+ on a 2d6. So I'm just gonna roll that. Reroll. God dang it. So I can still move, and I think I don't want my mage to get hurt. So if I haven't killed this thing, I am going to head and move the mage to the exit. So I believe once you're on the exit, you're immediately removed. Move every surviving here to the exit, remove each one as soon as they enter it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just kind of move the mage up here to signify he's off the map, he's good. I guess actually what I could do is delete him because I don't need him for this adventure anymore. So let's just get them off the map so I know he's done. So the warrior has attacked. The mage tried to do a fireball and it just failed miserably. So now I could still move and attack. Dang it. I don't think I need to try to take this thing out. So I'm going to move my thief into here and have the thief attack. So the thief is going to need a 9+. So that's not great, but let's try it. Yeah. 7. So not ideal. So I was not able to attack him. And then the elf, I mean, look, I don't think the orc, let's make sure the orc can't like attack multiple, attack one hero. So we're all going to be kind of in range, but he's going to attack one. So I'm going to move the elf here, and then I am going to try to fire my bow, but because I moved first, I don't know if it says this here, normally it's an 8+, but if she attacks after moving, it's 9+. So unfortunately, it's going to take a 9 to hit this thing. Come on. Nope, didn't do it. All right, so now the orc is going to activate. Let's look here again. The orc warrior, 7+ to attack. If not adjacent to a hero, he is adjacent. So attack one hero, starting with the mage who's off the map, and then the elf. So he is going to attack the elf. So he's got 2d6, but he's attacking. So instead of, so the warrior should attack with a 7+. He's going to need an 8+ because the elf is in the trees. So we'll roll again, and he needs an 8+. Come on, low numbers. Ooh, doggy. Just made it. All right, so so he missed. So let's make sure. I hope I'm not missing the turn tracker. I don't think I am. So I move that to a 7, so I'm getting kind of up there. So, oh, I should have eliminated this as soon as I opened it. All right. So now I need to try to take this thing out. So I think I'm going to take my warrior first. So my warrior is going to attack that. Yeah, because I want to do the thief interact. Well, you know what? I'm going to use my elf to attack and hopefully free up this square, and then have the thief move in and see if he can get one of his gears, his items. So let's have the elf attack before she moves off the map. So she will attack, and she needs, again, I guess I can just go up here, an 8+. So 2 actions to sneak attack, 7+. That's a good one too. But I want the thief to, you know what? I'm going to have the elf attack first. So we need an 8+. It would be a 9 if she moved. Do 8+. Come on. Yes. 9. Now he does get to roll again. If you look at the orc warrior, he needs a 5+ to defend. So a 5 or a 6 to defend. Hopefully not. Oh! So the arrow comes and he throws up his shield and deflects that. And the elf is going to GTFO, man. I don't want to get injured. So the elf is going to move up here. As soon as she moves up, she exits. So, all right. So now what we're going to have to do, I do want the thief to go. Ooh, this is going to be a little dicey though. Like, I guess what I'll do. Yeah, somebody's not going to get off the map, right? So I don't know if I could sneak attack, but that would take 2 actions and he wouldn't be able to move. I'm going to have the warrior. So let's have the warrior attack, and he does get a -1. So again, the warrior instead of 8+ is a 7+. So let's have him attack. See if he can take out the orc. Maybe. Oh man, I can't move in there. That's unfortunate. That kind of wasted my turn. So now the thief. Should I do an 8? Thief just, oh, its normal attack is a 9+. I'm going to roll the dice and say the thief is going to do a sneak attack. I know I won't be able to move in after that, but let's do a sneak attack. And let's do, he needs a 7. I think that did it. Ooh, barely. All right, so please no 5 or 6. This orc has been good. Whew. All right, so at least I took him out. So that's really good. So he's gone, but I don't have any movement left. And I think that you have to end your turn completely, I think. So it's not like the warrior could move in now, I don't think. So, all right, so let's move back down here. We'll move to 8. So we're getting close to that danger zone. But let's see what hex we'll get something on. 5. Oh, that's a good, well, it's not going to be on here, thank God. And so I think it'll be where the burning bush is. I don't know if you can spawn, let's see, with no heroes on it. It doesn't say that you can't have, I don't know, I'll look that up later. Let's see which one's closer as the crow flies. It's this one. So it'd either be this, or if you couldn't have 2 enemies on the same hex, it'd be here. But I'm going to go ahead and let's just roll 2d6. Actually, sorry. Let's clear that. Let's roll on the 1C enemy chart. 10. What is that? Louis Grant. Oh no, I can't move. Oh, I can teleport, but I can't move, so that's really not good. Hmm. All right, so I'm gonna have to move this forward to 9, and I want to look at that again real quick though, because I feel like what can I view there? Oh, just does that. I want to look at the enemy chart again. I just want to make sure I'm doing these charts correctly. Where is 1C? Edit. This should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I rolled a 10. I don't understand that. I must be doing something wrong because I rolled a 10, and that should be, if it's a 2d6, the minimum should be a 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I do think it's a wizard. So I'm going to retcon that and change it. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong in the tables because it's a 2d6. Let's try this again. I'll get rid of it, but I want to see if this is wrong like I'm thinking. So that's a 6. And what is that saying? An orc warrior. And that's a 6. So that'd be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, giant spider. I must be doing something wrong as I'm setting these up. Yeah. So I'll figure that out for the next game, but I think the others have been correct. I don't know for sure, but I am going to say that's a wizard, and we're going to pull up the wizard. And I think we said 5. So let's pull up the wizard to 5. Token. Learning as I go. Learning as I go. We're going to put him with the burning bush. Or the burning bush. The bush. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my thief here, and I'm going to have him interact with the chest. And let's see what this does. Rage, blast, light armor, hide. So the thief now, we're going to get rid of this, and the thief now gains hide. So tokens, hide, it's a blue token. So when attacked, he gets a -1. So I love that. And I'm going to go back to my adventure record sheet, and we're going to copy one of these, and we've got hide. So that's fine. Go back to our map if I can get there. So now the warrior, I think we all just want to run and get the heck out of here. So the warrior is going to move up here, and then the wizard's going to activate conjure. So there's no attack. Defense if I place a giant spider on Ixest if there are fewer than 2 on the map. Yeah, there's not. There are fewer than 2. So if there's one giant spider on the map. So let's go ahead and put a giant spider in the same hex. Fortunately, I don't think this should hurt me too much because now this is all loaded up. Now, does the giant spider get to go? A really good question. So if he conjured it, wouldn't the giant spider get a chance to do its turn? Or would it be that, hey, it conjured it, so now that's what it does? Because usually once something gets on the map, then the heroes get a chance to react to it. I'm gonna see if it says anything about conjure. Let's look at that conjure and see if it tells me any more about. Let's see, where's an orc word appears on the same hex as long as, yep. Wizards, the order of enemy activation is important here. Wizards appear in the enemy chart after the enemy they conjure up. Therefore, the enemy it conjures will not activate until the next turn. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to cheat. So great. So, okay. So that's that. We move this to 10, and it's And then we'll go ahead and roll. And we'll roll and see what hex this comes in. And it's going to come into a 4, but it can't conjure where I am. So it's going to conjure. So we'll go to the, I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to roll 2d6 now. Now I'm really wondering if I should have done all these charts. I should have just rolled a d. It's so much easier to just say, okay, that's a 7. So let's look here. A 7 is an orc warrior. Yeah, in the future, I don't know that I'll do all this. That's probably too much work. It would have been much easier just to do the rolls like I'm doing. But at least I do like how it says in here. So I'm going to say orc warrior. We will find the orc warrior and we're going to put it into a 4. Orc warrior, there he is. And he is in a 4. This is my closest 4. And then it's my turn. The thief is going to GTFO. And I'm going to delete him, but he has the hide. And the warrior is going to go, and he's done. So I did it, and I did it on the 10th turn. Probably got lucky, but I will take. Oh, should I have? I wonder if I missed activating. No, I just activated. So I was right. All right, so let's go to the adventure record. And for now, I'm just going to go ahead and use one of these. So let's copy. Let's say 1C. I ended with a win, a result here, a win. So I have the sword here. Let's go back to our thief. And let's say discovered hide +1 to attacks against thief. So that was really pretty darn successful, I think. Let me go back and make sure I think that's what it is. So let me find my characters. And I could have done death markers for, but that's all right. So what do I want to find? I thought I had ability there. Yeah, hide +1 when attacked. So it's going to make it harder for him. So look, I think that was pretty successful as my first one. I really enjoyed that. I might play session 2 right away, but I'm going to stop this video here and I'll do a little write-up. I'll put this up on YouTube, obviously. You're watching this, but let me know what you think. If I made any mistakes, please feel free to comment. If you liked, please give it a like, and I will record a session 2. Maybe not today, but pretty soon. I really enjoyed it. So thanks, everyone, and until next time, happy gaming.